let us begin.
Explain yourself!
So what shall we do with this one, sir?
Hey everyone! I'm excited to give you a sneak peek at the upcoming Avatar Reckoning. In this MMO RPG shooter, you'll return to the moon of Pandora to find your own way in the aftermath of the Battle of the Hallelujah Mountains. As you begin your adventure, you'll customize your own Avatar Warrior. You'll also be able to collect and customize a range of weapons to prepare you for your journey. As you set out across single-player missions, you'll discover new regions as you unravel a mysterious story, encountering new clans and defending yourself from the perils of Pandora, from creatures to the RDA forces. You'll also be able to play both with and against others in online multiplayer. Team up in instances to battle with other players trying to survive against powerful enemies, or battle in player versus player mode, where you'll team up against other players across a variety of maps. You'll be able to experience all of this and more when Avatar Reckoning hits your mobile device soon.
This way, we're going for Sin Nombre. Expect resistance. On me, so.
Digitally pre-order Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and play the campaign up to a week early.
Narcoland, cartel protection. Cool visual.
07, copy. Danger close.
Digitally pre-order Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and play the campaign up to a week early.
Even the smallest tree requires strong roots. A single quill cannot make a bird soar through the skies. A serpent is only as strong as its venom. A fist is stronger than the sum of 5 fingers.
Captain Caviar Cookie. He dared to explore the treacherous waters of the Duskgloom Sea to unravel a mystery. Relentless waves under the leaden sky, and something unknown awaiting below the depths. How did Captain Caviar Cookie escape from the abyss? an unexpected ally from the sea bottom, Candy Diver Cookie, will be joining the Cookie Run Kingdom crew. Oh, and don't forget to meet the adorable Disney friends who are visiting the Cookie Kingdom to enjoy the Festival of Dreams and Wishes. And hey, wink wink, there's another crossover in the works. So stay tuned because you're in for a great surprise. Up next, a closer look at Brick City.
Are you a gamer who wants to create a world of your own? Then this is a game you really don't want to miss. Welcome to the world of Brick City. I'm gonna show you a world where your creativity is humanity's last hope. In Brick City, you'll be helping the survivors of humanity, aka Peepos, return to their home planet, Earth. A lot of things happened to our Earth, and for 500 years, the planet was no place to live. Humanity kinda felt responsible, so they invented a substance called bricks. We're still not quite sure how it works, but apparently bricks are full of power and energy that can heal the Earth. However, that power can only be released when fusing it with creative energy. That's where you enter the picture. You'll take on the role of a bricks master, building your very own city out of bricks and creativity. Anything can be built using bricks. The only limit is your own imagination. You can also build using blueprints, either pre-made or designed by other bricks masters. So pop in your creativity batteries, and the Earth will be as good as new in no time. Oh, another important thing, what good is a city without someone living there? Human society has changed a lot the past 500 years. Now robots do all the work while regular peoples chillax. But finally going back to our home planet, we want to mix things up a bit. By analyzing data remains from Earth, we've gathered an educated peoples willing to work. The result? Now anyone can become a doctor, plumber, tooth fairy, dinosaur, wizard, and more, just like back in 2022. Now your city is flourishing and bustling with all the peoples living in it. What's next, you ask? Just enjoy yourself. Jump around the place. Reach for the sky. Talk with your fellow citizens. Because why not? We can't wait to see what you'll make using bricks. Go for a stroll and enjoy your new life on Earth. Stay tuned and follow us on social media to find out more.
Come and get it! Hey!
My friend, your desire is the bringer of life, the gift of the goddess.
You're a little more important than my sword. But just a little.
A soldier trademark.
Oh, you.
Color of the sky, right?
But not scary at all.
Good news, Song! Me and... Cloud.
It means Angeal has betrayed us as well.
Angeal wouldn't betray us. Never!
If people had wings, they'd be monsters.
Wings, they don't symbolize monsters.
Your glory should have been mine.
How petty.
In hindsight, perhaps.
What the hell did you do, Angeal?
Well, look who's here.
Depending on what happens, I may abandon Shinra.
Angels dream of one thing.
Please, tell me.
To be human.
Legend shall speak of sacrifice at world's end.
You get your beauty sleep? Time you got up. And then C ain't a city that lets you get by without buddies.
Balance, friendship, love.
The hell else are we supposed to fight for?
Hey everyone, Johnny Silverhand is coming back, and so am I. Get ready for Phantom Liberty, the upcoming expansion for Cyberpunk 2077. It's awesome to be back playing the role of Johnny, and I hope you're excited to see him rocking out once more in the dark future. Keep an eye out for more info, and I'll see you again in Night City.
Damn it, I need more time. I've got a lot going on. Listen, if anything, you can take your shit back and force it on someone else.
after me. I, V, do solemnly swear.
I, V, do solemnly swear
that I shall faithfully serve the new United States of America.
That I shall faithfully serve the new United States of America.
On behalf of all Americans, I thank you for your service.
You know, taking that oath. Bad idea.
Welcome to the Raccoon City Police Station. Since its original release in the Resident Evil chapter, players have expressed several concerns about the map, and we've been listening. We're thrilled to announce that the Raccoon City Police Station has undergone a complete quality of life update. Moving forward, the Raccoon City Police Station will be split into two separate maps, built around the west and east wings, experiencing a considerable reduction in size. The main hall will remain a consistent presence on both maps, retaining its original layout, and now it's far easier to take the action outside, with additional access to the frontal exterior section. Each version of the map features a different arrangement of rooms. In the West Wing, players will find the STARS office, the dark room, the records rooms, among others. In the East Wing, navigate the Chief's office, the art room, the rooftop, and many more. While the two-floor layout will be preserved, navigation will be simpler than ever. We've added plenty of new entrances, widened the many corridors, and removed several extraneous rooms, including the library's infamous second floor. Relive the thrills of the Raccoon City Police Station like never before, and experience the next stage of evolution with Dead by Daylight, Resident Evil, Project W.
So in the game, what you do is you play the role of Desta, who's a young person in their early 20s, who's coming back home to their family home after not being there for a few years. When they get back, they've got a couple of conflicts with their mother and with some family and with friends that they're really struggling to find the words to say to try and resolve those things. Their dad, who unfortunately isn't there anymore, used to be the person who would help them find the words by throwing this ball back and forth in their backyard. So when Desta grabs this ball and falls to sleep with it, they find themselves between these two worlds of awake and asleep, being able to explore their dreams, their memories, some of these conflicting conversations. And through throwing the ball and dodging things and making the right plays, hopefully they'll find the words to say to try and resolve some of these conflicts.
Desta is a turn-based tactics game, a bit like a board game. You take it in turns with your team and the enemy team, and each turn you have a set amount of action points that you can use to play the game, and it revolves around dodgeball. So each action point you kind of use to pick up and throw the ball to try and defeat the enemy team.
In the game, we're using that as a metaphor for conversations. Conversations are turn-based, and we've turned that into like a turn-based ball game where when I have the ball, that's sort of me saying what I really want to say and throwing it to you, and then you will like take a hit.
When you throw the ball, it can bounce in a way that you don't expect. It makes you reconsider your tactics. You can't play it like chess. You have to be more flexible about like figuring out and changing your tactics on the go.
We wanted to be able to have a bit more of a fun mechanic for less experienced players to really latch onto. So then we settled on this ball throwing, which really allows the player to perform trick shots, like bounce things around corners, use special abilities and various kind of team setups.
Every unit has its own ability, and that's where the sort of tactical, strategic elements come into play. Some powers work really well with each other and some synergize really well, and it's up to the player to sort of explore and try out things and see how their own playstyle tends to emerge from, like, maybe you're more offensive like me and you want to just have all the sort of abilities that do lots of damage, or maybe you want to be just moving around the map and you pick more like traversal based abilities and just try and like dominate in terms of like getting access to all the balls.
My favorite ability in the game, recently we have introduced like mirror image, which creates a decoy of your Desta. It tricks the AI to attack the decoy, which gives you more possibilities because like you can drop a decoy here and just run to the other side of the map. And while the enemies are still looking at this decoy, you can grab the ball in their field.
Throughout the game, you're unlocking items known as memoria, which are relics from their past or items that have some sort of significance to them that grant them a power in the game.
Hand vacuum is my favourite memoria. So when you walk near a ball but you're not on the tile, it sucks up the ball to your character.
One of my favourite levels in the game, this little dead-end road, this kind of like end of a cul-de-sac kind of feeling location. The level really makes the most out of that idea of passing to get behind this character who's putting obstruction in your face. You can't just throw the ball straight at them in order to get them out. You've got to either pass to your friend and hit the back of them, or you've got to ricochet off the back wall or off a hedgerow.
I like to try and pick allies who have powers that synergize well. James, who has a teleportation ability, lets him go anywhere on the map, but it does come at the expense of all of his action points. Fortunately, there's a support character called Miss K, whose ability is to gift an AP to another player. So that lets you do cool things with James, like teleport behind enemy lines and then take a throw or grab one of the balls.
It's definitely the deepest game that we've ever developed in terms of game mechanics and player expression and play styles. And it's also specifically designed to be multi-platform.
Tumble time, it's tumble time. Pick up your phone, it's tumble time.
Devolver Tumble Time. Fun for a whole family.
Tumble time, it's tumble time. Pick up your phone, it's tumble time.
This game saved my marriage.
Tumble time, it's tumble time. Pick up your phone, it's tumble time.
Ready? Go.
Tumble time, it's tumble time. Pick up your phone, it's tumble time. Pick up your phone, it's tumble time. Yeah.
You're out of time.
Tumble time, it's tumble time. Pick up your phone, it's tumble time.
Devolver Tumble Time, a for-profit game.
Ready? Go.
Devolver Tumble Time. It's all of your favourite Devolver Digital characters made adorable in the pursuit of profit. And it's free! We had to get a little weird with it though, but we'll let you find that out for yourself. Tumble Time is a physics-based match-free game. Each level has its own goals and challenges to focus on at the expense of your own real-life goals and challenges. Detonate explosives! Work yourself into a high-scoring fever mode. Use items, you clod! Just go bananas, and the game will reward you with stuff! Make leveling up your Devolver Digital character into your new life's work, so that you can unlock more Devolver Digital characters that you can then level up, each with their own special abilities. But that's not all. We crammed a whole bunch of junk into Tumble Time that you'll flippin' love. Daily challenges where you can flex your skills, weekly maps with boss fights, and a mysterious quest given to you by everyone's favourite CFO, Fork Parker. I approve this message. Get ready to dust off all your favourite Devolver Digital characters and put them to work. Now, someone please get that dashed song out of my head. Tumble time, pick up your phone, it's tumble time.
Tumble time, it's tumble time, pick up your phone, it's tumble time.
Devolver Tumble Time. Squander your precious time on Earth.
Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, we bid you welcome to the world of Monoth!
Tell us what you need, Toku.
Our entire world is in danger. You must travel to the 3 biomes of Monoth and retrieve the Gloves of Knowledge.
If others are in need, we should help them.
Don't you worry, Toku. We'll do it.
Hang on, the books are gone.
It's okay. We'll explain.
TBD, TBD, TBD.
Wait, are those placeholder words or the actual words?
Yes.
のマーク。レッドリボン軍。
正解。そして死んでもらうことに計画を変更したよ。スーパーヒーローの力見せてやろう。さあミッション開始だ。正義は悪に負けないのだ。僕に勝てると思うなよ。当然さ。なんたってヘド博士の傑作だからね。ちょっとがっかりだな。もっとすごいって思ってたのに。あとは私が片付けよう。
チッ、増援か。スーパーヒーローの出番だな。
Destiny will take all you can muster. Even then, I'll only be resurrected with more strength than before. Put simply, you'll never defeat me. I'll drain every bit of your life force. Splendid. I'll take as much as I please.
Guess we've got no choice but to try.
Curse it!
Vegeta, can you still fight? What kind of question is that? Damn you! Even if the odds are against us, that's the last time we will underestimate the Saiyan.
Peggy 3. first met Dory long before she was the infinitely resourceful merchant that you know today, but I could already see that her adorable face was simply brimming with confident determination. Such focus, such passion. Now, what kind of grand sorceress would I be if I didn't offer her just a little assistance? I dare say my instincts were right on the mora. That little investment turned out to be one of the best I've ever made.
Come on, let's go! There's a fortune to be made!
A keen merchant like Dory wouldn't dream of turning away a perfectly good business deal just because the customer demands the impossible. No. So long as the price is right on your tall order, Lord Sangama Bey will personally make sure that all your worries are zapped away with the aid of her electrovision. Any deals that pass through Dory's hands seem to magically yield extra returns. When Dory crafts character and weapon enhancement materials, she has a chance to recover some of the materials used, which can be set aside for emergencies. Dory's normal attack causes her genie to combo up to 3 strikes that deal physical damage to enemies. Hold the attack button and the genie drains stamina over time to perform a continuous spinning attack on nearby enemies, dealing physical damage. When the spinning stops, the genie unleashes one final extra strong strike that launches smaller enemies within range. Dory's elemental skill fires troubleshooter shots from her spirit warding lamp, dealing electro damage to enemies. To sweeten the deal, when troubleshooter shots hit their target, 2 after-sales service rounds are produced that automatically track down their nearby enemies and deal extra electro damage just for good measure. After unlocking the talent Compound Interest, when the troubleshooter shots or after-sales service rounds from Dory's elemental skill hit enemies, Dory will restore elemental energy to herself based on her energy recharge rate. Each elemental skill valid for 1 energy recharge only. Energy can be redeemed only up to a certain limit. Terms and conditions apply.
Magic lamp!
When Dory unleashes her elemental burst, she summons the genie from her lamp to provide her customers with a plethora of services. The genie connects to a nearby character, causing them to become affected by electro. The connected character will continuously restore HP based on Dory's max HP and will also steadily regenerate energy. When the connector between the genie and the character touches enemies, it will deal bouts of electro damage to them at set intervals. Only one genie can exist at one time. An astute merchant like Dory spots business opportunities everywhere she looks. She must always be ready to provide customers with the perfect solution at a moment's notice. After unlocking the talent, An Eye for Gold, when a character connected to the genie triggers an electrocharged superconduct overloaded quicken aggravate hyper bloom or an electro swirl or crystallized reaction, the cooldown of troubleshooter cannon is decreased. This effect can only be triggered once within a set period of time. Any merchant worth their mora must have keen foresight, and Dory figures out just what her customers need before they've even realized themselves. That's why adventurers heading toward danger always seem to find a certain petite peddler waiting for them just where the going starts to get tough. After entering battle, Dory fires her troubleshooter shots to deal electro damage to enemies, with the after-sales service rounds following up after the initial delivery. When her energy is full, Dory summons forth the genie within the lamp to provide support to her teammates. The genie can connect to a nearby character, causing them to regenerate energy and restore HP. By moving the character's position, the connection with the genie can be adjusted, dealing electro damage to enemies while offering customers a little extra bang for their buck. I've traveled all over the world, met countless people, and helped plenty of them along the way, but Dory is one of the very few who still keeps in touch. I'm not interested in her paying me back, but I do admire her bold and daring mercantile methods. Doing business is just like adventuring and inventing. You must go big or go home. You mustn't be skittish and easily deterred. So for my purposes, Dory is a superb partner, and I am only too delighted to place the most ingenious of my personal inventions into her capable hands. An old astrologist friend of mine always harps on about the consequences of handing off these kinds of items, but nothing has come of it yet, so we'll continue business as normal.
Welcome to Dory's Divine Bazaar. Everything you need with service you can rely on. Want to take a nap? Stay dry? See a sumpter beast? No problem. With enough mora, you can afford to do anything. Even take on the academia.
There is no Gotham Knights without Batman Family.
The fans trust us to be true to the universe. They also want to be surprised.
Really, everything is new.
Batman Family means different things to different people. We have chosen to explore the theme of found family within the context of Batman Family.
There's been a big fracture in the Batman family. They're at odds at each other, they're fighting, they're not a cohesive group. They've never had the chance to work together because they've all been working fairly independent with the exception of Robin. As you progress through the entire game, you're going to see this gradually change.
Move. I'm going to solve this case my way.
I think each knight embodies some of those traits just at different times. Nightwing can have the attitude sometimes, maybe Batgirl the other times, and even the tough guy, Red Hood. You know, he can be the more passionate one at times. But the one thing they all share is that drive to become the next knight.
They don't start in perfect harmony, they don't start with perfect balance because they're dealing with a lot of trauma and a big loss.
Stop it! You wanted us to work this together.
But throughout the game, they come together, and that's for a very simple reason. They've chosen to care for each other, and they've chosen each other as a family.
Now you're talking.
We have character arcs for each of our knights with key cinematics that unlock from start to end of the game. Through these arcs, we explore different things with each of our knights. One thing we delve into is how trauma can affect memory, how grief can linger, and isn't just resolved in a single moment, or even might not be about just a single loss.
When the fans found out that Batman was dead in our game, some of them were expecting to see him. Most of the fans saw the opportunity to experience the universe their own way with new heroes, new dynamics, and as a family.
We've known the Knights as superheroes with their masks, but what was it like to kind of see them behind the mask as humans?
When we look at the way each knight was designed, we took a cue from our comic book roots. You know, we did some pretty classic shape language design. For example, Red Hood, blocky, square, tank-like. Batgirl is more symmetrical and balanced. Robin, lower, lighter, stealthy. And Nightwing, agile, angular, sharp. By having that kind of shape language, it not only helps us develop the way the characters look, but it also goes on to support how the characters move in animation.
The team put a lot of effort in making every character really special, with emotional ways to react to situations. Every character has its own path.
We worked with Wilson and the cinematics team to make sure that we could showcase their progression, not just in the things they say, but also in what they do.
We wanted to create a custom experience for the player and for the viewer to kind of see that they're going to structurally have the same scene, but they're going to see that scene with their own flavor depending on who they play.
Clear out now. You'll regret it.
Having a very solid foundation with the performance of the actors was critical because we got that nice base level. Once we take that, we actually bring it with the animators to kind of fine-tune and really improve everything, bring those facial emotions, putting their take on it. And this is something that we really wanted to make sure that we got it right.
In the Belfry, we see the knights as humans, as young people talking to each other, having a life, wearing more contemporary, normal clothes. And that's a big contrast to how they look as knights.
Belfry Clock Tower is actually where the four of them establish their base of operations, which is essentially their version of the Batcave.
This place is quite remarkable. It's certainly brighter than the Batcave.
Alfred is literally the glue of the Batman family.
He is a confidant, someone they can rely on, and someone with whom grief is shared and understood.
I'll always be here when you need me, Master Richard. When any of you need me.
Previously, Alfred had to really manage Bruce by himself. Now fast forward to Gotham Knights, now he has 4 versions of Bruce that he has to manage.
He is steady and endlessly reliable, but he also will not put up with anyone's nonsense.
Alfred's fatherly. He's tough, he's caring, he's stoic. We took a pretty old school approach, iterating on sketches and sculpts until we found something that really resonated with us emotionally.
When you have the 4 heroes there together with Alfred, kind of figuring out the space, we've actually managed to pack in, I think, almost 40 cinematics in that little space. But each tell a very different story and a very different perspective of how they live together as a group.
Every time Bruce came home, I patched him up. Just as I now do for you.
It was important that our players would be able to relate to these characters on a very basic human level, and that's what we wanted to showcase with our Belfry moments. Not just in the cinematics that happen there, but also in the environment and the ambient conversations, even in the props you find through the Belfry. There has been so much love put by our entire team in this game. So much effort and dedication. I really hope it shines through and it provides an amazing experience.
I really hope fans and players appreciate the variety of looks they can have for their night. I hope they find one that resonates with them and it kind of becomes their favorite.
Pre-order now and get the 233 custom Batcycle skin.
Peggy 12.
enemy is nearing total control. Stockpile. This is gonna be a gas. Fight with random weapons and gear. Snipe the enemy to win.
Snipe!
15 scockets. Time to bring in the big gun.
The yappening is happening.
Welcome to Hard Space Shipbreaker. Through a story-driven campaign or in free play modes, experience the daily life of a spaceship salvager in an immersive and grounded sci-fi future. Desperate to escape a ravaged Earth, you sign up for a job as a shipbreaker with Lynx Corporation, which carries the promise of a better life among the stars. From the moment you sign on the dotted line, your new life and the challenge of repaying your massive debt begins. Suit up as a zero-G shipbreaker with a variety of unlockable special tools and gear, reclaiming the valuable items and materials of decommissioned spaceships. With each shift, you must carefully tear apart your chosen ship while avoiding potential hazards such as explosive decompression, radiation, and even rogue AI. One accidental cut could mean a total shutdown of the ship's power, a catastrophic explosive event, or even the total destruction of the ship itself. Don't worry too much if you die, though. Lynx's Ever-Work program means the corporation has full ownership of your DNA. In the blink of an eye, you'll be back at work as if nothing happened, except for an addition to your debt to pay off the cloning costs. Use your scanner to examine the ship's systems and infrastructure before diving in, to reduce the risk of death and maximize your profit. Your grapple tool is perfect for snagging small items like antennas or to move heavy metal plates. You can also use the grapple to pull yourself towards massive objects or push yourself away from danger in times of emergency. Just don't pull too hard. Your cutter tool has multiple modes. The Stinger mode makes precise incisions to key structural points, while the Split Saw mode makes powerful, wide, sweeping cuts through walls and can sever larger objects. If you need a little more oomph, your demo charges are packed with explosive power. Make sure you place each charge correctly. You can disarm them if needed, but it's a tricky procedure with volatile consequences. The most valuable part of the ship is the reactor. As soon as you release it from its casing, it will begin to send out powerful electric bursts that can harm you or damage the surroundings, causing devastating chain reactions. Failing to deposit the reactor before it counts down will unleash a powerful explosion, obliterating anything around it.
Injury detected. Please return to work.
While inside each ship, you may come across data drives that can be decrypted to grant credits or shed light on the people and events that have led humanity to this point. From the HAB, you can review your collected data drive materials, manage upgrades, and select your next salvaging project. As you progress, you'll also unlock various cosmetics to decorate your HAB and make it really feel like home. Over time, you'll rise in the ranks to earn certification levels, giving you access to a range of equipment upgrades and a bunch of new ship types for the yard.
It's all yours, Cutter.
It's isolated work, but that doesn't mean you're alone in space.
Hey, Russ. Means what?
While on the job, you'll get to know your colleagues through radio communications.
Kai, your mic's still messed up.
This cast of colorful characters brings a human face to the Lynx workforce.
Unacceptable, 52!
Across a 3-act campaign, you'll be swept up in a tale of human drama, hard sci-fi, and workers' rights.
The company is your family. The union is your enemy.
Hard Space Shipbreaker is coming soon to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S.
この出会いはきっと運命だ。僕の名はエンポリオ。あなたはここで困難に立ち向かうことになると思う。希望はあるよ。あなたならきっとやれる。
Hello everyone, I'm Faye, Associate Producer. Welcome to this new video about Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Today, our heroes travel to Terra Flora in their quest to save the Sparks. This green and usually flowery planet is struck by a drought, caused by Cursa's malevolent influence.
Go now!
To help the planet blossom again, Mario and his friends must reach the top of the volcano. To get there, they will have to find their way to the central station and take the Wiggler train. Terra Flora, like all the planets of Mario + Rabbids Sparks of Hope, is packed with secrets, collectibles to gather, puzzles to solve, and wacky NPCs to talk with. With the help of people, heroes can interact with the environment in various ways, to uncover secrets or reveal hidden paths to new zones. There are many interesting places to visit and secrets to discover on Terra Flora: giant trees, lush plains, and hidden caves. But let's get back on track. We have a train to catch.
All aboard!
The Wiggler has been enraged by Cursa, and we must stop it before it destroys the train. Mario and his friends will face numerous enemy archetypes on the battlefield, each with specific strengths and weaknesses. We need to prepare accordingly. Let's pick Bowser first. His huge health stats will allow him to sustain heavy damage. Rabbid Rosalina's signature technique will be key to neutralize enemies while the other heroes focus on the Darkness Eyes. We'll keep Mario in the team to take advantage of his great mobility skills. Now, the Sparks. There are dozens of Sparks you can pair with your heroes. They will grant elemental damage, resistances, help control the battlefield, and much more. Ethering will help Rabbid Rosalina getting behind enemy lines to wreak havoc. We're done prepping, so now is the time to fight. Let's activate Mario Spark Aquanox to gain additional splash damage. Thanks to the splash effect, Mario can push the Uzo out of the train, while he destroys the electric barrel with his second attack. Rabbid Rosalina can finish the Uzo off, while Bowser takes advantage of the large attack radius of his bazooka to destroy 2 Darkness Eyes at the same time. Fast forward, new enemies are spawning behind us. We must get rid of them quickly. Let's use Mario Spark Glitter to lure those enemies out into the open before triggering Mario's signature ability, Hero Sight.
Let's go!
It's time for Bowser to get his revenge. His landing damage ability, combined with the devastating power of Zephyr Break, his Shockwave Spark, and Mario's support fire, will make short work of this group of enemies. Teamwork and synergies are key to gain the upper hand in battle. Now that the back of the train is clear, we must reach the locomotive to destroy the Darkness Eyes on the Wiggler's back. This won't be easy, as the Lone Wolves will react by shooting any moving hero coming into range. They inflict heavy damage to Bowser. Thankfully, Exosphere, his shield spark, absorbs some of the damage. Brute Force won't make it here. It's time for a stealthy move with Rabbid Rosalina. Her spark, Ethering, can turn her invisible, allowing her to approach the Lone Wolf safely. Now that we are close to them, we can use his signature technique and neutralize them momentarily. This will allow Mario to approach safely and focus on the Darkness Eyes. A few more turns have passed, only 2 Darkness Eyes remain, but new powerful enemies have spawned and even Bowser cannot withstand their powerful attacks. We have only 2 heroes left, and the last Darkness Eyes are far out of attack range. But Mario can count on his iconic stomp attack and jump from one enemy to the other before delivering the final blow. This is it. The Wiggler is defeated, and our heroes can resume their journey. I hope you enjoyed this very special battle. That's all for now.
Oh, hi there. You look like someone who's ready to join me on a wild ride through the multiverse. What's that? You have plans right now? Well, cancel them. Welcome to Marvel Snap. You can access it from anywhere. Your house, your workplace, bathroom at your workplace. Let's be honest, most likely the bathroom, am I right?
It's clobbering time!
And it's as easy to play as solitaire. Actually easier. I don't think I've ever won a game of solitaire. But here's the twist. These cards are superpowered. Like the entire canon of Marvel characters kind of superpowered. Maybe you, like me, would love to see Shang-Chi kick Thanos' evil purple butt. Or you've always wondered what the Guardians of the Galaxy would look like in 8-bit mode. Well, wonder no more.
Got him!
It's easy to pick up and so much fun to master. In other words, less time than a bagel takes to toast. Who doesn't have a bagel's worth of time? So don't wait to explore a multiverse of possibilities.
Oh, snap!
Marvel Snap! It's time to make your move. The game launches on October 18th. Pre-register now at marvelsnap.com.
Hello, I'm Ben Brode from Second Dinner, and I'm here to talk about a new season of Marvel Snap. This season is all about Sword and Shield. Shield you may be familiar with, but Sword is a highly classified, extraterrestrial-focused organization within Shield. Do you have clearance for this? This month's season features Nick Fury, the director of Shield. When you play him, he adds 3 6-cost cards to your hand, pulling together the greatest heroes of the Marvel Universe. If you choose to play Nick Fury, you can eschew playing other 6-cost cards and instead focus on the flexibility that having 3 different 6-cost cards in your hand can allow you. Are you sure we can tell him this? This month's season includes variants for Iron Man and Nick Fury, new avatars, 2 exciting new card backs, and a bunch of other cool rewards. This month features some super classified new locations like Project Pegasus, The Peak, Triskelion, and The Raft. This message will self-destruct in 30 seconds. It's going to be an exciting time as we prepare for the global launch of Marvel Snap. We need all hands on deck here. Everyone spread the word. We want Marvel Snap to be humongous! 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 This season, Sword and Shield is going to be one of our best beta seasons yet. We can't wait for players to come in and try out all the cool new stuff that's coming to Marvel Snap. It'll be incredible. What's that, director? Yes, I'll pick up your dry cleaning right now.
Sega Mega Drive Mini, the definitive mini console of the year. The next evolution has arrived. Reinventing the Sega Mega Drive 2 with a new compact design. Sega Mega Drive Mini 2. Upgraded hardware can store more games than before, including Mega CD titles. The sequels to hit titles. Hidden masterpieces that could only be played on the Sega Mega Drive. Ports of blockbuster arcade games. And new games you've never seen before. An extra bonus game is also included. Preloaded with 60 classic titles, even more than the Sega Mega Drive Mini. More compact, more advanced. The new Sega Mega Drive Mini 2 is here, available October 27th.
My name is Julien, my creator code is Mastiff, and I created Monster Worlds. The objective is to destroy the monster of the opposite team. A player will be able to experience teamwork, strategy and collect resources to upgrade their base and weapons. My favorite part of Fortnite is the creative part, of course. I always wanted to start creating game, but in my time it was more complicated than today. There are so many possibilities to create new experiences that make it a unique game.
Up and away!
I'm out of here!
Coming through!
Let's shut these fools down hardcore!
You better not give me fleas! 2-for-1 special! Can't hold back.
You ever consider trying out for the Justice League? You know that old saying that everyone will get their 15 minutes of fame? Yeah, not us. You see, greatness is what we're after. Because legends are bred, not born. And they always leave their mark on the court.
Whole squad winning like the South City
You don't need handles like Trey or a 3 like Cat to be a hero like Tyler or a closer like Luka.
See, greatness is in all of us.
All you gotta do is... You gonna keep talking to yourself, or you gonna check up?
Answer the call.
Oh, get him! Man, can you turn that off?
Guess game recognizes game, huh?
What's up, everyone? JJ Redick here, bringing you all the action from NBA 2K23 Season 1. It's time to answer the call to greatness and level up like the all-time great Michael Jordan. Every 6 weeks, a new journey begins in My Team, My Career, and the W Online, with new quests, challenges, and fresh content. Season 1 is packed with rewards. Do you have what it takes to reach level 40 and cruise the city in an all-new golf cart with your friends? Visit Club 2K to hear the hottest new tracks first. And with new apparel brands dropping every week, you can rock a fit when you're hooping or hanging out with friends. In My Team, you build your dream team and level up each season to unlock great rewards. Tip off your Season 1 journey with the Greek Freak and reach level 40 to add Bulls legend Scottie Pippen to your lineup. Earn new rewards everywhere in My Team, including new weekly takeover players in modes like Triple Threat Online Co-op, where you can now play with your friends. Create your My Player in the W Online and progress through 4 tiers to earn new rewards every season, including apparel and VC. Play Season 1 in NBA 2K23 now.
Chain swinging, clang clang, and it costs a lot. I'm always at the guala, yeah, and you are not bad. You keep on going till you hit the spot. Whoa, I'm a big bag hunter with the bow. She got a big bag, drop it low. Mama called me and she happy with the grow. Never ever fall for it, that's a no.
Rock the guinea about a million options, so it's talking to stop doing the green. And I rock the arena, bringing the peace. I'm up in that park in the car, pretending I got all the eyes on me. Got a bad baby and she's independent. Too many people loaded with me, they're seeking attention. When they want me about the goofies, man, I should've listened. And the smell of the money, my strangest addiction.
At least this money never really stops. Whoa, I'm a big bag hunter with the bow. She got a big bed, drop it low. Mama called me and she happy with the grow. Never ever fall for it, it's a nose. Chain swinging, clang clang, and it costs a lot. Whoa, I'm a big bag hunter with the bow. She got a big bed, drop it low. Mama called me and she happy with the grow. Never ever fall for it, that's a nose.
So you're still running your parents' Frogurt store. That is adorable.
As soon as the insurance money comes in, this place will look good as new.
Susan Coldwell. She wrecked my shop. Oh, that corporate butt sniffer and I have a polyamorous date with my punching fist.
Getting on Forge's super successful Dirty 30 is a lifelong dream. It's irrefutable proof to the rest of the world that Octavia Wallace Starr exists. That I'm a somebody.
You, however, are not on this list. You're anonymous, unrecognized, a nobody.
We use innovation and technology to help people and protect life, not casually destroy it as a matter of course.
You're a revolutionary, boss.
We are on the cusp of a world with less bloodshed.
We could
change the world for the better.
Get rich and famous!
Kick Susan Caldwell's ass!
Let's take the fight to them.
Just tell me who to shoot and where to shoot them.
Are you flirting with me?
Lady!
You are dead.
Now that's a pitch.
This must have been quite a city once upon a time. Too bad vegetation's claimed most of it now.
Records show that vegetation has grown to an abnormal size since the departure of humans.
So this is the resistance camp, huh? Wonder if there are any huge boars and such. Why is there such a huge cavern beneath the city?
PlayStation.
Take on the powerful shadows of the Lost Zone. In the Pokemon trading card game, Sword and Shield Lost Origin. Each booster pack of 10 cards sold separately. Cards vary by pack.
Railbound is a comfy puzzle game about connecting trains on a journey around the world. Together with your canine companions, you'll pass through shortcuts, pick up cute passengers, and solve over 100 puzzles. Railbound has just launched on the App Store and Google Play, and we'd be thrilled if you gave it a try, especially since we'll keep expanding the game in 2022. Aside from fixes and accessibility updates, later this year you can expect new puzzles, new worlds, and a brand new mechanic, semaphores. Thanks to these placeable obstacles, you'll be able to delay carriages and solve even more twisted puzzles. Thanks for tuning in, and enjoy the rest of the showcase.
Operators, let's move in and register now.
Was hit hard. He'll live. Server room, identify perimeter breach. Over. Withdraw your men. Say again, Grim. I'm going in. My turn. What's going on? What the? Impossible. Didn't think you spooked this easy.
Micro recon drones. Cute.
You forgot this. The data key on your jugular.
You were saying?
What was on that server? QCR shipment records. Question is, who wants eyes on it? And why?
Impossible! Defeated by a pair of school kids. How? You two caused me some minor embarrassment.
I gotta be honest, Sabi. I can't think of anything more embarrassing.
You've never had any hope of defeating my father or our Yakuza empire.
It's time to take matters back into my own hands.
What do I care about your problems? Everything should go my way. Matter of fact, I just might be first gift to River City. I think I'm better than you. I'm better than you. Why do I suffer these fools? I'm suffering fools. Don't you say that it's not true. I'm better than you.
The name's Ken, and my father, Sabu, runs this town now.
Coolest in my family. So you think that you can take me? Where's your belt in karate? I think I'm better than you. I'm better than you. Why do I suffer these fools?
probably get some reinforcements.
Coin drop! I'll end you! Sabu family rules!
From inspirational kindness and generosity...
Right, we have some more donations
We
that come in.
had more donations. Oh my god. Oh, there's so many.
...to full-blown love stories. The Sea of Thieves community is a marvellous melting pot of brilliant people. So we think it's only fitting that we celebrate that. And that's just what we're doing on the 17th of September with the Sea of Thieves Season 7 Community Day. We're also celebrating Talk Like a Pirate Day from the 15th to the 20th of September. So we've got boatloads of exciting things planned, including rewards for everyone. Lots of rewards. Speaking of which, for this Community Day, you'll have the opportunity to increase the chances of encountering ancient skeletons in the world. As with previous Community Days, tweeting the hashtag Sea of Thieves Community Day or engaging with any post that contains it will work towards increasing the in-game gold and red multiplier. And there'll be a fixed boost to renown throughout the day. And with no specific gold rush window, any time is a good time to cash in your loot. So stop hoarding it. Then yes, once the community has been loud enough to reach the Community Emissary Grade 5, you'll improve the chances of finding an ancient skeleton. And more importantly, their precious ancient coins for everyone sailing the seas. What could be better? You get to rid the Sea of Thieves of sinister skellies, and you get some spending money too. Maybe that extreme ship makeover isn't so far-fetched. There are also some brilliant login rewards too. You can grab the Season 7 Community Day flag for free simply by logging in during the Season 7 Community Day. And if you set sail into the Sea of Thieves between the 15th and the 20th of September, you can also get your hands on the ARG emote for free as well. And over in the Pirate Emporium, another freebie, the Ranting Rogue emote. And not only that, there are hefty discounts off a variety of items too. This sale runs from the 15th to the 20th of September, so make sure to pop in and stop those ancient coins from burning a hole in your pocket. You can also claim fireworks crates to celebrate in style, with the Community Spirit, Pirate Patter, and League of Looters crates available for free from the Merchant Alliance. So join us for an all-encompassing, good old-fashioned blowout as we celebrate Talk Like a Pirate Day and the Sea of Thieves Season 7 Community Day.
Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you just saw and want to stay up to date with all the latest Sea of Thieves news, then hit subscribe and click that little ship's bell for all those notifications. Cheers.
In Sonic's newest adventure, he's headed to the Starfall Islands in search of Chaos Emeralds with his friends, Amy and Tails, when trouble strikes, suddenly sucking their plane into a dimensional portal. Our bristly hero awakens in a strange, digital world called cyberspace. Despite being separated from his friends,
Sonic miraculously escapes from this alternate dimension and arrives on Kronos,
one of the beautiful Starfall Islands, a curious wilderness full of ancient ruins, strange inhabitants, and sinister enemies. Our loyal blue hedgehog must now find his lost friends, explore this exotic world, and solve the mystery of the Starfall Islands. Sonic Frontiers expands on what fans know and love about traditional Sonic games, combining linear-level gameplay and open-zone platforming into a new, action-filled Sonic experience. The world map is bigger than ever, giving Sonic more room to run and explore his surroundings. Sonic Frontiers offers high-speed, open-zone gameplay that gives you the freedom to play the game in the order that best matches your playstyle. Engage in exhilarating combat with exciting new enemies, solve intriguing puzzles, and complete fun side quests to help rescue Sonic's friends. Solving puzzles will reward the player with items that can increase Sonic's power and defense, reveal hidden parts of the map, and unlock new ways to navigate the island at fast speeds. Scattered around the Starfall Islands are cyberspace portals. Defeat bosses throughout the island to earn portal gears that unlock these stages. You'll need to complete challenges within each cyberspace stage to earn vault keys that can be used to unlock Chaos Emerald vaults and allow you to progress further in the game. In Sonic Frontiers, Sonic's combat gets an upgrade, making battling enemies more exciting and fluid than ever before, with an all-new skill tree system featuring a host of new abilities to unlock and level up. You'll have plenty of options to fight strategically, combine dodges, parries, counters, and more. If you prefer more straightforward gameplay, check out Auto Combos, where various attack combos can be executed with a single button. These modes make it possible for all Sonic fans to easily enjoy the fast and flexible new combat system. Sonic's enhancements don't stop there. He's learned a new ability called Salute, a band of light that mirrors Sonic's tracks. Surround enemies, items, and areas to uncover different effects and unlock all the secrets of the Starfall Islands. Get ready to blaze your own trail and forge a new frontier in Sonic Frontiers. Available November 8th. Stay tuned for more details.
Never seen you here before, but if you're feeling under the weather, don't hesitate to drop by the infirmary. My name's Nina. I'm an apprentice iatromancer, and by extension, Dr. Izan's assistant. Wow, talk about rude. You come in here and call me bad at my job? I'll be fine. A little darkness won't keep me away from my field work. It's incredible! Every last bit of it, nothing short of incredible! Let me be honest with you, Your Highness. There's something I've wanted to do for a long time. That goal I was talking about? It's to cure Helgars, and to do that, I'll need to learn a lot more about iatromancy.
I've been informed that the rebels are marching on the palace. I have a surprise in store for anyone who dares attack my throne.
We should simply watch as Paris burns from afar.
First and foremost, we must take back Paris.
Aegis, the king must be stopped.
I look forward to doing this again in 2,000 years. Peggy 16.
What if opening up your third eye through spirituality could actually lead to something extremely dangerous? The Chant is a third-person horror action-adventure game. It takes place on a remote island spiritual retreat. The characters perform a group ritual, and this ritual is meant to channel their negative energy, expel it, and have them move on and achieve a sense of a spiritual awakening. Unfortunately, the chant goes wrong, and their negative energy gets spilled across the island, and now the characters are desperately trying to survive. You play as Jess, invited by her old friend Kim to join the retreat to get over the shared tragedy that they both experienced as teenagers.
Yeah. That's why I'm here too.
There is a sense of duality in the game because you are dealing with a remote island with little to no technology. Characters are walking around barefoot, and that kind of peaceful retreat soon turns into something that's actually quite dangerous and terrifying.
Our main character has like a different emotional states. So like based on where she is and what type of situation she's in, you will see the contrast of like her emotions. She's trying to be brave, but at the same time, she's still showing her vulnerable side of it. There's like a fear in her face, like she's just on the ground and just trying to crawl away from the danger.
There's a lot of storytelling you can do in the environments, and that really leads a sense of like unease when you find certain things or see a skeleton in the environment.
The biggest thing that I like about horror is that sense of mystery and that sense of creative exploration. One thing that I think makes The Chant really stand out from other horror games is our use of color and our use of lighting.
It drives the mood heavily when you light an area a certain way.
My side that I'm most interested in, I really have an eye on, is lore and like story, what's happening there. And if you try to look in a little bit deeper, you can see that all these little things that foreshadow or make you think, oh, okay, something's gonna happen here, I can tell.
You ruined my life! You know, when you think of fear and you think of like, you know, how are you gonna frighten an audience? It's about contrast, using negative space in a way to set up a horror moment.
Get away from me! For spirituality and cultism, we drew a lot from, you know, older folk horror films. Early on, we knew that having a unique soundscape was going to be a big part of the game, and you know, we started exploring different avenues early on, looking at references from, you know, old movies from the 70s and early 80s. We've also done a lot of procedural audio in the game.
We're trying to do this game in terms of game audio in a very detailed way. We're able to make the music a highly interactive piece in the game.
With a spiritual awakening, it's like when you unlock your mind, you know, to the unknown, it's never certain what will happen. You know, all of these characters are trying to transcend something, and they soon realize what will happen when they toy with things that aren't necessarily meant to be toyed with.
That's how I was like trying to think of how to put in the words. Is like, if you're gonna do something, just do it all the way. If you're gonna do it, just fully commit. And even if you have a bad year, you gotta double down.
Motorflix welcomes you back to the Dominion. After your incredible experience alongside the Forsberg team, prepare to enjoy a whole new episode. Get ready to face a winter of fury. Performance driving on all terrains. That's how things move this season. Prepare to enjoy a whole new episode, The Dominion Frozen.
Careful, little one. Nothing in this place should be trusted blindly. But there is truth here. I can sense it. And the time of resurrection shall be foretold by one reborn as the herald of the flame. No. Pirate courage alone is no longer enough, but true allies are hard to come by out here. The cost of their loyalty will be high. I think, perhaps, it's time for us to take a dive.
Total War Warhammer 3 Patch 2.1 has arrived. Alongside balancing area of effect spells, the dwarves, the champions of Chaos's short-term goals, the regenerative abilities of Helm and Gorse and other bug fixes, we've got a new endgame scenario for Immortal Empires, bringing an ultimate challenge to the end of your campaign, and changes to domination mode, balancing matches out. Let's have a quick look. Starting with the magic rebalance, the stationary vortex spells like Pit of Shades, Talons of the Night and Infernal Gateway currently offer too little in terms of counterplays. As such, the wind-up duration for these spells is being increased, and the overcast DPS is being reduced to allow players more leeway in dealing with these spells. One army who will benefit from this are the dwarves. While they lack overall in high mobility units, the faction has had its spell resistance increased from 25% to 35% across all units. Runes have also been buffed, with the Rune of Hearth and Home restoring 5% vigor per second, and durations for both Rune of Speed and Master Rune of Speed being increased. As well as this, hammerers have been improved, now dealing in magic attacks and having a few more hit points, increasing from 9200 to 10,000. On the subject of hit points, Helmengorst has been getting quite a terrifying amount of mileage from his corpse cards, meaning we've had to rein in his HP, as he has been nigh on par with a zombie dragon riding lord. As well as this, when playing as Helmengorst in multiplayer, the cost of his corpse card addition has increased from 200 gold to 800. Lastly, in domination battles, we've reduced the capture weight of fast war beasts such as warhounds or squig herds, and adjusted the rate of victory tickets achieved by capturing points, as well as the rate needed overall to win, to move towards a longer match duration. Now to the campaign map. When playing as the Empire, you'll receive reduced Imperial Authority penalties for the first destroyed and first raised Electro Capitals in the Immortal Empires. Festus can happen to work rather quickly, meaning that as a player it can be difficult to reach Hochland, one of his main targets, in time. While every count afterwards will be a bit more punishing, this will at least give you a bit more time to prepare for the coming onslaughts. On the subject of sieging, every legendary lord now starts with the trait Siege Attacker, meaning you can start a siege straight off against walled settlements even if you have no siege equipment. Regiments of renown costs have now been fixed, as many were asking for a lot more money than they're worth. An understandable hustle, but we're at war here. We received quite a lot of feedback for the Champions of Chaos, and there's quite a few changes in store. First off, the Warriors of Chaos now have the ability to subjugate all human and elven races, bringing more choices regarding domination to the table. Archaon and Be'lakor can now also confederate other Warriors of Chaos factions when capturing their final settlements. You'll gain their vassals and their legendary lord, but everything else will be lost in the process. Victory conditions have also changed across all Chaos armies, with changes to the long victory for Skarbrand, Nakari, Kugath, Kairos, and Demon Prince, and the short victory for Valkia, Village, Festus, and Azazel, giving them more focused campaigns. Lastly, let's look at the endgames. We've added a fix so that endgame scenarios won't trigger if the player has managed to confederate all possible targets. We've also fixed an error that could prevent the Big War from happening if all the greenskins are dead or confederated. And to top it off, we've added a new endgame scenario called the Ultimate Crisis. This scenario activates every endgame scenario simultaneously, bringing the whole world into absolute chaos. Good luck. We hope you enjoyed the changes we brought in for patch 2.1 for Total War Warhammer 3. To see the full changelog, head over to totalwar.com.
Hey everyone, welcome to Espero, a new expansion of Tower of Fantasy, our latest open world MMORPG launched last month. Now, we Hora Studio are excited to give you a sneak peek at Meoria, the hub city of the new expansion. Meoria is a massive new island located in the heart of the desert belt. In Meoria, wanderers will be able to explore a cool cyberpunk-themed city while enjoying the awesome view. One unique thing about Meoria is its transportation method. To get around each areas in Meoria, you can hop on this cool futuristic taxi or ride on a train that runs through the air. So make sure you utilize those when you get around. Otherwise, you might run out of endurance mid-air and might end up dying. There are also many other interesting places for you to visit, such as museum and bar. So make sure you check out all those places. that's all I have for you today, but please make sure you stay tuned for more information about the upcoming update of Tower of Fantasy.
Whoever you are, we've received your distress signal. Don't be afraid, we're coming to help.
Tenno. Help? Call? Camp little, but soon it get big.
The Leagues of Votann are almost here, but who exactly are they? The kin were once called the Squats, though they don't like that word. They date back to the early days where they fought alongside Imperial allies as so-called space dwarves. A lot has changed since then, and their eventual return was the stuff of legends. These days, they are the Leagues of Votann. Leagues are political and military groupings led by a Votann, a colossal cogitator core full of ancient knowledge that guides their society. These ancient data stacks are slowly degrading over the millennia, but the kin still receive their proclamations with unbending reverence, while keeping the truth of their abominable intelligence secret from the Imperium. The kin themselves are a manufactured race, grown from banks of gene traits called clone skeins to mine and prospect the stars in an ancient past. Alas, all records of their origin are lost to the vicissitudes of time, and much has become shrouded in myth. Different clone skeins produce kin suited to many tasks, from hardy frontline troops to rare psychic souls who operate barrier tech devices designed to safely harness power from the warp for combat and protection. The Leagues carry a wide variety of advanced weaponry into battle, from powerful ion rifles to infantry-borne conversion beamers. Their armor is equally advanced, from the suits worn by the redoubtable Hearthkin to the massive exo-armor of the elite Einhir Hearthguard. Kin society is dominated by expansive guilds, organizations that exist between leagues and compete for influence, even as they cooperate for the mutual benefit of all kindreds. Their relationships can be fractious, but all unite when the Votann come under threat. That's it for now. Find out more about the Leagues of Votann at warhammer-community.com and look out for their arrival very soon.